Hey all, this is Todd here. And hey, I'm back. Sorry to take care of something. All right, so Heroes of Normandy again. What? Heroes of Normandy. Just want to show the setup and maybe the first turn, but maybe definitely setup of this scenario. Again, solo. A little different setup here, as you can tell by the lighting and the camera angle, but so it's a little glary. Apologize. You can see, so I'm trying to stand to the side a little bit. I have to work on that. This is not ideal, but and I don't know if it's my. I mean, I thought it was a pretty nice camera, but it's never quite seen as that. And of course, lighting is huge, right? So that's focused in, but then it doesn't. Anyway, I didn't expect to see a lot of major details. Anyway, so this is the scenario a little bit more involved. It does involve a tank and some other stuff. So I just want to kind of go over some of the equipment in there and kind of some of the stuff that I learned as I prepared for this, because it's significantly more involved than the last one I played. So now that I said that and thinking about what I'm going to talk about, it's probably going to be a little bit more involved. So give me a second to go post this link up on the Lock and Load Facebook page. Oh, there's my dog barking, asking to come in. So take care of that too. So hold on. Set up. Okay, and it's weird when it's always weird. Just a second, dog. It's always weird when it remembers the link, your previous thing you copied. So let's try that again. I think I know what I did wrong though. So this was a user error. There we go. And color good. All right, here we go. Get rid of that. Okay, so yeah, you're having to look at this upside down. Well, maybe disorienting. All the guys are upside down, but basically it's Arnhem, 1944. The British are here and back and are defending. The Germans are attacking. They can actually, I think I need to reread this room, but I think I can set up on 7 or so. Actually, could set up here. So I could. Oh man, that's a huge difference. Wow. Okay, so that changes things. So they'll set up there. They'll be there. They'll be there. I'll go ahead and set him up there. I guess this is quite a bit different here than what I was planning. This will be a big difference though on who wins the initiative. Yeah, I guess I might as well put him in here too. I might as well put them all in. If the British win the initiative, they're going to fire the support weapon into one of these buildings. No, probably not. That gives this tank 2 hex advantage. Wow, okay. So that's changes thing. I just realized that. Okay. So, and the Germans are down here. It's fine. I'm trying to use the book to focus on. All right. So, and the Germans are trying to attack. Now, the cool thing about this is if it was a face-to-face 1v1 player here, you would the Germans would secretly indicate which building they're going after. That would be kind of cool. I think as the German, maybe it's obvious I'm going for this one. I think one strategy would be to feint, so you're going here and then you switch to the next building. So this could be difficult because these guys could all now come over to this building. But you have to claim it before the game, so you can't change it mid-game. So I'm going to stick to that. Be pretty obvious. We'll see what happens. So there's a bunch of things. So both sides will have a sniper, but the Germans only get a sniper in one of these hexes if the Germans occupy it. So their chance of their sniper is pretty low, and it'll be a while before they get it. Another thing I forgot to put in setup here is we got multi-story buildings, so that's a new thing. So I'll go over some of the new things that happened in this, that will happen in this scenario. That interesting. All the melees are level 1. I know there will be some melees. This is like an urban fight, so as you see, Stalingrad to the west. They will be wounded. 7 turns. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on upper level. I'm going to put this guy on upper level. I have a hero. He's got the deadly. He adds 1 to his fire. I think I'm good doing that. I probably would have put him on that, but I did not. Cost 2 movement points to move to a different level. The Germans have to control the buildings, so they have to control all floors. Each initiative starts the turn, so let's go ahead and see who it is. Greens are British. 2-2, tie. So on this one we roll again. Next time it'll be whoever had it last. British get first initiative, so it's a big deal. What they'll do next. Okay, so what are some of the things I learned about? So I really got stacking more involved because since there's so many more units, you can have 3 squad equivalents, 2 vehicles, and 2 single man counters. We have Piats. The British have Piats. Learned a little bit about them. I'm not quite clear I understand how this works, and I don't know if this will focus in or not, but man. So within 1 hex, oh man. You know what? I gotta check this out here. Hold on. Please hold. I'm gonna go see if I can see what's happening here. I am broadcasting. Okay, I'm live. Usually. Check something out here real quick. A 15-second delay here. I just want to see how stuff's coming up here. You can hear me talking. So you can see it. Okay. So it's just, I need to mirror it on that. So I'm going to pause that. Live chat. Okay. Oh, I have 2 viewers again. All right. I don't need to mirror it. I'm fine. All right. So 1 hex, I have to roll 7 or less. And when I do, it's got a 3 penetration. This H means that the equivalent, I'm going to say it would be a 2. So if I fire into a building, actually, if I fire into a building, it's still 3. If I fire into the open, it's a 2 for a Piat. So it's got a range of 1 or 2. What's that 2 down there mean? I'll have to look at that. I thought I'd figure that all out. You know what? And it says I can't fire Piats from buildings, which really makes no sense. And that's something I read, and I have that question mark, and it says you cannot fire like bazookas and all that from buildings. A Piat, I would think you could, because I believe it's a spring-loaded weapon, isn't it not? So you can't fire it from an upper story. And now that I think about the upper story, should they be on there? Well, they can't, because they can't fire from an upper story. Shoot, I totally didn't. Shoot. So I guess I'd put these Piats in the rebel hexes. But I change where I put the rebel hex. I might have changed where I put the rebel hex. Another kind of, okay, shoot. Well, I put the rubble. Okay, so as the British player, you place your rubble, and so he can't even be there, I don't think. So yeah, he can't be there. And the support weapon goes beneath the person. I always forget that too. I think it should be above him, but it's fine. I put the rubble here so that I think in the tank would make a choice to go in one of these directions, right? Here, I put it here, so why would he not just, what was I thinking? Why would he just not? Well, because this, I had my anti-tank gun here, 57 millimeter anti-tank gun shooting straight down here. I was trying to divert him maybe around here. It's probably not very good placement. Let me think if I do something different with that. I can't fire from a building. That's so weird. I like putting them in a road, though. Well, so maybe I would have put him in this case 6, and I would have put him here. You know, if you try to go around here, and I put him here. I don't mind putting him here. Again, maybe covering one of these routes. So I'll stick with that placement, and that'll work here. But yeah. So actually, this is good. So now the question is, would I put him here 2 hexes away from here? I wonder, can I start off board, or do I have to set up? I probably have to set up 1, 2. So if I put him over here, he's 3 away. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to start the game with him firing on the thing. All these guys scatter off, and it blows my tank up in the first turn. So I think I'm going to do that. He's going to be here. He can't even hit him over here. This is the rebel good. Okay. All right. So Piats can't fire from buildings. I don't know about that. I'll go onto the lock and load forum and ask him later about that. Oh, lost a viewer. Hey, whoever's watching, you know, let us know. Let me know who's on here watching, and we'll go from there. Oh my goodness. Sorry about the focus there. What else did I learn? So that's stacking. Piats, I learned that. Tanks. Well, this is an interesting thing. They said it was reported that there was a Tiger 7 or a Panther Tiger 7B. Panther 7B. But when you get here as a Normandy, all they've got is this. The biggest thing they've got is a Tiger 1. He goes, we'll use a Tiger 1 instead. Well, I happen to have a module, an older version of Not One Step Back, that actually has the King Tiger. So I replaced it with that. Hopefully it doesn't throw off the balance of the game. But it the biggest difference, it can only move 7 instead of 8 hexes. Again, sorry for the blur. Or yeah, there we go. It can only move 7 instead of 8, and its armor is a little better. One better on the front, but it's actually worse on the turret front. Everything else is the same. It's got a little longer range in the back. So that was cool. I'm glad I'm able to use that. Hopefully it didn't throw it off too much. PPO on the tanks mean they can transport a squad equivalent on the outside. So a squad and a single man counter and a support weapon. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to transport these people on here. Let's see, what else? So that's tanks. Oh, they've got a 14 range on the machine guns if they fire all from the red arrow. You face vertices just like an ASL. Golly. Huh. It's lighting, man. It's all lighting. It's all about lighting now. Golly. I see people dealing with this. It's so funny. Let's go, man. Why is it not focusing on that? It's so strange to me. And everyone deals with this. And you put your hand up and you get it focused and then you go away. There you go. Oh, it's because I had my hand up so close. I need to figure out how to do that differently. Okay, what else? And if they fire, I can have a forward-facing arc machine gun and a back one, or on the turret, and so it'd be 4 firepower, 4 firepower, or 2 firepower, 2. Or if they're all face up here, it's 4 firepower. SS. So I've got SS here. They are, if they're shaken in melee before the melee begins, they can try to rally. They don't need a leader. They can self-rally. So, and then I can either self-rally 1 unit in the rally phase, or I can re-roll 1 rally, failed rally. The British are airborne. They, instead of getting +2 for adjacent firing, they get +3. That's actually really good here. The question is, do I place these guys here? I would have taken that risk. Yeah, sure. And then in melee, they get +1 in attack and defense. Line of sight, 2nd level. Since I have 2nd level, I need to check that out. It's very interesting. This is very different than many other games. So this 2nd level, you can see over this, well, that's 2nd level too. Anything with red, 2nd level. Anyway, I can see over that 2nd level that there's a blind spot, of course. So I can see if, and then, so that's okay, but there's a blind spot so you can see beyond. So if it's right next door, so I don't have that really. Oh, man, not really. So I don't really have that to illustrate here, but let's go here. So this guy, if I'm in the 2nd level here, I can see anything here, of course. I can see anything here. I can't see anything here. And because there's 1 hex in between, you add 1 more to the blind spot, so it's here, so I can see here. So that's very different. Usually if you're on the same level, you can't see anything. It's a pancake effect. So that's fascinating. I wasn't quite clear. So here, there's still a blind spot, but since I'm right there, so there's a blind spot here I can see here. Now here, I still have that degrading terrain here, but not here. Oh no, actually no, that I'd add 1, 2. So I'd have a degrading terrain to here. Anyway, so that helped a little bit. So that's line of sight. Both assault have assault move capability, so half your movement, and fire at some penalty. The wreck is a degrading. Rubble is degrading. That's +2 defense. That's +3 defense. So putting that there helped degrade that. Maybe I should have put it here. The German should have put it here, knowing. So the German, the British put 1 here and here. The German put a rubble here and here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I should put that. I just got cross. I was thinking of using that as shelter as I come into this building. But now I wonder if I should use. I guess if I'm the tank, I'm not really even worried about that. I am though, because they can fire. They can fire. So I wonder if I should put that rubble back here and not worry about that. So at least you'd have a degrading terrain here. I'll do that. I may regret that. All right, so that's pretty much it. Those are some of the things I learned. I want to keep this pretty short because it's already late and it's a school night, as it were. So, oh, lost my viewers. So now I'm solo playing, solo on the air. So the British get the first move. So let's go ahead and start. I think that's all I need to know. 7 turns. They have to control these buildings. Oh, and the British have a sniper too, so I can place that anywhere. So I'll probably wait till a little bit nearer as the Germans get in here a little bit. Okay. I've got to take this shot, right? So the question is, do I fire my Piat or do I fire my okay, here's something about a support weapon. You can usually fire it all together, but here you have to fire it separately. So I think I get to fire them separately. I mean, I would think so. You still got your squad in there. You only got like 1 or 2 guys manning it. You get most of your firepower. But it'll be a separate fire thing. So I could fire, but I have to fire on the same target. Do I have to fire on the same target? I thought I had all these rules down, everybody. I apologize. I'm going to keep track of when I started this stream. It says I started 8 minutes ago. Okay, I started this 20 minutes ago. All right, so I got 20 minutes. I'm going to go until midnight, or maybe 5 minutes after. So let's see if we can get some of the turn in here. So usually you fire all your stuff at the same time. Ordnance weapons have a to-hit table on the back. Ordnance weapons cannot be used in melee. They include support weapons. Oh, that's the range. The 2 is the range. All right, so it's fired separately, and it does not have to shoot at the same target. The question is it like a separate turn? I assume it's got to fire at the same time. Or does it take the whole squad to fire that thing? Okay. So let's think about this. How would that be? How would you do that? Because you'd have to find, because there's not really a way to mark that they fired one and not the other. So the question is, your question, ordnance and inherent firepower, IFP. Does that kind of work? I may have to look for an example of play in here too, but not now. I'm afraid the example they'll give, of course, okay. Ordnance weapons have a hit table on the back. Ordnance weapons cannot be used in melee. They cannot, but whether mounted or tank, fire and save. They're fired separately from other units in the hex. Does not have to engage the same target as other units. Support weapons that use OFT cannot be fired from buildings or bunkers. Anti-tank rifles are exceptions to this rule. Units can capture and use enemy things, but the first target captured that fails damage check. Okay, remember that. If they capture it, they can use it, but if it fails to cause a damage check, they can't use it anymore. It's destroyed. All right, let's just read the whole thing. Such as machine guns. They can have no crew. By the way, a squad can carry up to 2. A half squad can carry 1. Eligible can carry 1, but forfeits 2 movement points. A squad can fire 1 and retain its inherent firepower. Fire 2. Oh, I found out support weapons can be dropped or destroyed during the normal turn. They can drop it or destroy it during a normal move, and they can also pick up during a thing using 2 additional movement points. Well, I'm going to say it's done separate, but I have to fire them at the same turn. So I guess I'll fire it first. I'm 1 hex. Does that, here's another question. Does that +3 attribute to that too? On its ordnance, so it's actually a -3. So when you're next to it, it goes, now so here's one thing that's a little different about this game that I wish was a little different. Usually you're firing with +1 modifiers, right? So like these guys get a +3 because they're adjacent. So it's 1 firepower of 1 +3. So they're firing with 4. Well, with ordnance, you want to get lower. So any benefits to you are actually negatives. So I was like, oh, do they get to use their +3 with the Piet? Probably not. For some reason that just doesn't seems different. Like you wouldn't use that. Let's check the ordnance table and see what's going on here. I need to put a different guy with this. Go to the OFT modifiers. All right, armor leadership, none. Vehicles open, none. Turreted weapon, no. 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 Okay, well, it says adjacent, you do get -2, so they're going to get -3. So this is a wood building, so they get +3, I believe. So it negates that, so that my -3 is now negated with the building, so I'm at 0. Okay, so 0. I need to get, well, the cool thing is I can look on here, these good reference charts, they actually included these, so I don't have to look for the back of the, flip the Piet over. So I have to roll a 7 or less. I rolled an 8. They miss. They fired. So now I'll just fire my machine gun. So I have 4 firepower at the 3. So I have 1 +1 to the attack. Oh, +1 to the attack. Nope, I don't do the 3. I forget that. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's 4 against 3. 4 because they get +3 because they're adjacent and they're British, and they have the assaulter feature, and they have 1, so that's 4. They start with a 4, and these guys start with a 3 because they're in the building. So it's a 1 damage check. This game can create heroes, so we will have that effect. So now we're just looking at the green die for the damage check. I would like that one, but I'm not going to use it because it fell on the floor. So a 3, so that guy's fine. The guy has no modifier, so now he's a 5. It is a 5. If it equals it, is it no effect? Okay. And that guy's a 5 as well, so that's good. That's the guy with my machine gun. Green die only. 6, so he is shaken. Okay. Those guys are fired. It's now the Germans' turn. I think this guy will command all these units to fire, but only hexes in one they fired. I can't combine these here. So now I'm firing at 2 plus 2 plus 2. So I've got a 6. Unfortunately, that guy's shaken. 6 into rubble. So he's firing at 6. He's got a 3. So it's 6 to 3. Oh my gosh. It's 8 to 9. So no effect. So fired and nothing happened. I can't do a whole lot of that because I got to be moving. What's funny is I said I was going to fire these guys. I probably should have said I'd move them. Dang it. I should have moved them because they've already fired. So I've got free movement. Oh, dang it. So I'll stick with what I said because, yeah, they could have gone 1, 2, 3 and got up to this building and surrounded them. Dang it. So they're firing. They're not adjacent. So they're 4 to 3. Oh my gosh, 6 to 8. So fired and nothing. You got to think through these things. Okay, that's German turn. British. All right, so what are British going to do? They see that these guys are moving over here, so maybe I move 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I start moving these guys around this side because I don't really want to leave that flank totally open. So can I get hit anywhere here if I go here? 1. Moving into rubble is 3. I mean, rubble is killer, man. Leg is 3. Track is 4. What if these guys abandon the Piat? Why? Why would I do that? I mean, just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, these guys could fire on them. Abandoning the Piat. 1, 2, 3, 4. They moved. Do I want to fire on those guys? I mean, I might as well, right, with one of my guys. So he'll fire here at 1 for opportunity fire. I don't have to do him. He just moved in there as regular dude. Saw him moving around like, hey, there's somebody in that building. So we know it's a 4, but they were moving. So it's going to be 2 to 4. So again, failed. So they moved. And they fired. German turn. So you're going to activate that. These guys are going to move. These guys are going to move, and these guys are going to fire. Nope, they got a spot. So maybe these guys are going to move first. So he's not. To move together. I have to move. So just these guys are going to move. 1. Okay, so this guy firing him. It'd be 3, 4, 4 nothing. Sure. I think I would wait because I want to see what these guys do. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so he didn't fire. So let's spot. So it's a 3. White die, 3 or less. Got it. So he spotted. So he'd be marked sharp scoping. Said he's going to fire. He's going to fire with 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to 4. 6 to 5. Damage check of 1. Suddenly had a doubt about damage checks. Please hold. Yeah, 1. So 1. White die. 7. Leader's broken. That Bren gun should be underneath this guy. So he's broken. So again, with the white die, I have to roll a 6. 5. He's fine. Nice job, leader. Nice job. Nice shooting. British. So these are the fires, so they can be seen now. So I think I'm going to move. So 1, 2, 3. I don't have enough to pick that up now, so I need to put that on top. I kind of maybe just put it down like that so I know they don't have it. German. 1. So now he'll fire. Oh, shoot. I missed it. Could have fired on him. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure that's right. So 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 in the open. 4 to 0. 7 to 2. So it's a damage check of 5. They will break. Green die. 3. So it's 8. So it's just broken or shaken. He stops in the middle of the street. He's fired. He's moved. British turn. He's moved. I think I stay here for now and see what happens with these guys up here. So this guy's not going to do anything this turn. This guy. Just 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's fire on him. So 2 to 0. 4 to 6. Man, lots of ineffective firing today on everybody's part. German. One, 2. I'm tempted to just fire on that guy. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to fire the tank and the machine gun. Did I say if I fire my ordnance, they got to jump off? I was like, what if they just dismount and they don't move? They still spend movement points, so then I mark with a move counter? I gotta look that up, man. No viewers, that's cool. It's pretty late on a Monday night, now Monday morning. And it's time for me to wrap up. I will wrap this up soon. I just got to figure out the vehicle things real quick. Page 43. I kind of want to blast that guy. Now, the way the shooting's been, I'm tempted to go 1. Let's see if that shouldn't cost a tank anything. That scrub. Brush flowers. So those flowers would be, come on. Not from that guy. I'll have to check that next time. Didn't have to do any effect, but yeah, okay, it doesn't cost anything. One, 2. Okay. 2. And it costs half my move. So I assume. All right, so 2. Let's fire. Let's see what happens here. I gotta figure this out. Assault move capable units can use assault movement to unload and subsequently fire, but doing so prohibits them from leaving the hex in which they disembarked until the following turn. Sorry for the quietness here, everybody. I'm reading the rules about vehicles and passengers. So these guys can fire their weapons from it, but it'll be a -2 from the inherent firepower. No support weapons. All right, they're going to fire, but they're going to dismount and have a morale check. That's fine. I'd rather fire this. So I need my OFT chart, see what kind of penalties I've got, and also my weapon chart to see what kind of weapons I got. I won't have the King Tiger on here, but so let's take these off and look. Okay, so we have a hit on a 10. And it's a 4 equivalent. Also get to fire my machine guns. So these guys are going to dismount. All right. It's closed. I'm adjacent, so it's -2. It's +1, so now it's -1. It's now +2 because of the rubble. Okay. Plus 2 dice. That's 7, 8, 9. I got it. So he hits 4 equivalent. So now it's just 4 against 0. 5 to 4. 1 damage check. One damage check. White. 6. So he's fine. That's that. Now the machine guns. Machine guns are firing 4. So it's plus 1. Nope. A minus 1. So 3 against 4. 4 to 6. It's just insane. Moved. I can keep that on there if I want to. These guys are going to take a morale check. A morale check. He failed. He failed. Yeah, they're going to fail that, dude. Crap. That's probably a really dumb move. Because now I got a Piat right there facing it. I do get a minus 1 acquisition. I think I'll fire that in there. So British are up. So it's minus 1. Oh, apparently minus 2. That's ridiculous. Flowers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure I do this right. Ordnance. LFT chart. Nope, nope. 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 Oh, I'm sorry, it's plus 1, so it's plus 2. It's plus 5. He'll fire on them. It's 1, 0. So 0, 0 is 3. 2 to 9. So firing is really ineffective this turn. Okay, so that's that. That's the turn. That's what happened here. So keep the acquiring on there. Do I want to keep moving? I don't. Maybe I do, actually. I probably do want to keep him moving, so it's harder for him to hit me with the Piet. Those guys are shaking. Fired. So that was an interesting turn. It's 12:15. It took me like 2 hours to get this set up because I had to read the rules on things, and then just thinking through what my turn was. Finding my dudes. That's still not there yet. Fired. A couple mess ups there. This guy should have fired on him when he moved in there. Totally missed it. Instead, he fired here. He shook that guy, so that's cool. But that guy's right there. Fired. And another mistake I made was firing these guys. I should have moved them. Then I could have been close to my objective and been surrounding that guy. Keeping the move marker on him. Okay, so let's roll for initiative and see what happens next. Germans get it 6 to 1. Okay, so let me make a note here. It's beginning of turn 2. Germans, I have to remember Russian or British get a British get a morale. Oh my gosh, a sniper, as do the Germans. Germans can't use it until they're up here. That's crazy. Not even up here. Just have to have a person in the building and control that hex, and then you can put the guy in there. It's like you're clearing out the building and you leave one of your guys there to become a sniper. All right, I think that's it. That's how we're all ended. I'll take a pick here and call it good. Thanks all for watching. I had a couple of people watch, but then I'll have it'll be live forever and ever. Amen. And let me get a pick, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a good week. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get on during the week, because that's time to get the real stuff done. But it's cool to start a second game this weekend. And boy, it's gonna be a dark picture. And I don't like using flash because it seems to never really it'll just flash out. See what it looks like. I mean, it's not the greatest flash in the world. Yeah, that's all right. It just kind of shows my setup. That's kind of cool. Anyway, okay. Thanks all. We'll see you later. Ta-da.